I'm London Free Press reporter Patrick Maloney here at Budweiser Gardens with videographer extraordinaire Maurice Lamont, and this is part of our series 3 Questions, where we're going to examine every week the biggest story in the city of London. And what could be bigger right now than the suddenly compelling playoff run of the London Knights? Let's tuck into the details of their next series against the Erie Otters. I'm outside Budweiser Gardens with Ryan Payette, the London Free Press's London Knights guru and one of the best junior hockey writers in the land. Ryan, the Knights, of course, have just eliminated Kitchener. The Rangers acquired goalie Jake Patterson specifically to beat London in the playoffs, and he ended up getting strafed. What exactly happened there?
The London Knights watched a lot of video on Jake Patterson. They know Jake Patterson. They've played him 3 out of the 5 years he's been in the OHL in the playoffs, and he had a terrible record against the Knights. He finished 4-12. The wraparounds were the ones that killed me, Pat. Victor Mete scored the winning goal the other night on a wraparound. That's a 1980s move. No one does a wraparound anymore. But they watched the video and they saw Jake struggling in close on it. The numbers for Jake Patterson in this series were astonishing. They're beating him high. They're beating him low. They scored 9 on him one game. They got him pulled in another game. You know, I think that's a positive for them going into an Erie series. They will not see the London Knights against the Erie Otters will not see a goalie as good as Jake Patterson. It was unbelievable, and Dale Hunter and his staff deserve a lot of credit for what they did in that series offensively.
Interesting you would make that note. So let's talk about what's next. The Erie Otters, the high-profile, high-powered, probably highly favored Erie Otters. We all know about Connor McDavid, who's going to go #1 in the NHL draft this June. I'm more interested in the Mitch Marner versus Dylan Strome question. Marner, the Knights star, Strome, the secondary star on Erie. They're both jockeying for position in those top 5 slots in the NHL draft. In that context, what does this series mean for Strome and Marner?
Well, you know, the NHL scouts, they're just like you. They're interested in this battle. It'll be interesting to see if they play against each other, because what I've heard lately is that Strome and McDavid are playing on separate lines a little bit. You know, Marner has been playing with Matt Rupert. He doesn't play with Max Domi or Christian Dvorak, so he's playing in the middle too. He had been a right winger all year, so I'm really interested to see. He handled it very well. 15 points and 8 goals against the Kitchener Rangers. I'm very interested to see. But Dale Hunter might want him to play against Connor McDavid. You know, I want to see a head-to-head battle. You know, I'm a hockey fan. I want to see Dylan Strome and Mitch Marner, and the winner gets picked first ahead of the other one. That's what I want to see. We all know McDavid's going to be #1, but by strategy, you might want to have Marner, since he's such a good puck controller, play against McDavid. You know, he might want Max Domi and Dvorak against McDavid. We're going to have to see. But you know, maybe Chris Knobloch and Sherry Basson on the Erie side, maybe they want, you know, maybe they want Strome and McDavid to play together. I don't know. I think it'll develop as the series goes, but I'm really interested to go to Erie Thursday night and see how this shakes out.
Yeah, and part of what makes this series, I think, so interesting is exactly that star power. You listed 4 or 5 names of players who are top of the heap in the entire Ontario Hockey League, and here they are all in one series heading into the draft. I guess 2-part question here. Is it possible for London to beat Erie, and if so, how can they do it? Is this a question of trying to contain scoring, or do you just sort of forget even trying to contain the McDavids and Stromes and you just try to run and gun and outscore them?
Yeah, I think that's why I'm so excited about this series, because we grew up in the 80s and it was lots of scoring, and I think we're going to have some high-scoring games. I think the Knights do have to score, and I don't think they have the defense. All these young guys on defense, I don't think they have enough here to stop these guys. They're going to need to the Knights are going to have to score 4 or 5 goals a game, maybe more, to win this game. There might be a 10-6 game like we saw in the London Kitchener series, and you know, you're not going to keep what we saw from Erie in the first round is you might keep them down a game or 2, but these guys can score, and they can score in bunches. So I think the Knights have to run and gun with them a little bit.
Thanks, Ryan. So the second round series for the London Knights begins this Thursday in Erie against the Otters. For LFpress.com, I'm Pat Maloney. Thanks for watching.